Try to wrap your head around this number, $1 billion. According to the New York Attorney General, that is how much scammers stole from consumers using the Zelle app. That's the topic of today's Consumer Alert. So why are people blaming Zelle for the actions of scammers?
Well, Nikki, she says that in 2017, company leaders were so eager to launch a competing payment app, they skipped basic safeguards. The lawsuit says the company developed security measures in 2019, but didn't finally adopt them until 2023 after the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau began investigating. The CFPB sued Zelle last year, but the current administration dropped that lawsuit. So the New York Attorney General joined the fight, and she came out swinging. New York Attorney General's lawsuit against Zelle pulls no punches, saying Zelle was a scammer's playground. The lawsuit says to use the payment app, all a consumer needs is an email address or mobile number and a bank account or debit card. No ID necessary. The lawsuit goes on to say Zelle does not require participating banks to display any information about a recipient other than a first name, making it almost impossible for a victim to stop a fraudster or get their money back. I interviewed Zelle's general manager in January and asked this direct question. Is there any way for me to get my money back through Zelle?
So again, it's really important for people as they are sending money to folks to ensure that you are sending it to the right person.
So the answer is no. Once my money's gone, it's gone, right?
So again, thinking about when you need to ensure that you are sending it to the right person.
The lawsuit says the largest banks in the U.S. own Zelle's parent company, ironically named Early Warning System. But Attorney General James argues those banks had no early warning system to protect consumers, allowing them to lose more than $1 billion to fraudsters between its launch in 2017 to 2023. All while lying to consumers, saying your transactions will be backed by the security of your trusted financial institutions. So I pulled up old versions of Zelle's website, and in 2017, the homepage I found uses almost identical phrasing. Zelle has recently launched a consumer education campaign boasting its new fraud protection for those sending money.
And if it's to a new contact, so somebody outside of your regular contact list, we will ask you, are you sure that you want to be sending this money?
But the lawsuit argues these measures were too little, too late. Now, I reached out to Zelle leaders, and leaders take issue with a host of claims in the lawsuit, saying 99.95% of Zelle transactions are completed without any report of fraud. In a statement, a Zelle spokesperson said, this lawsuit is a political stunt to generate press, not progress. The Attorney General wants to hand criminals a blueprint for guaranteed payouts with no consequences, opening the floodgates to more scams, not less. That's bad policy and puts consumers at greater risk. Now, Nikki, the lawsuit asks for restitution for New Yorkers who lost money, but don't look for a check anytime soon. This lawsuit could take years to make its way through the courts.
That question you asked the CEO, and it was like,
yeah, that was a telling response, or the lack of one, right?
Yeah. All right. Thank you, Dee.